always the plan this year. This year was get to the playoffs. It'd be great. I said before the season started, win a round, get in the postseason, win a round, and then it's house money after that. And I would say my opinion would change on this. If AD comes to the Lakers and then the Lakers start, kind of filling up the rest of the roster with some veterans, some buyouts, players that leave their team but want to play for the Lakers and maybe just want to play with LeBron and AD. Is it enough this season to go up against the Warriors? Absolutely not. Is it enough to make some noise in the playoffs this year to carry that momentum into this offseason? Absolutely. Which, from there, you still have cap space. You won't have enough money for a max player because Solomon Hill's contract, but I'm sure the Lakers are already thinking about different ways where, they can bring in another star. This summer would be key to obviously add another piece to where then you can go out there and whoever that third best player is on your team, you team that player up with AD, with LeBron James, with veterans. Then I think you got a much closer shot. You close that gap with the Golden State Warriors, but that's a lot. I mean, that's to think right now where the Lakers are, and they're going to get to that point by summer. I think that's a tough putt.
Yeah. Now let's look at the destinations that Davis requested. A couple more here left. He said the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bucks, the Clippers. Where does he best fit in your opinion?
Look, I think there's some smoke and mirrors with those other teams that he mentioned. I don't think Milwaukee has the assets to figure out a way to get him there. I don't think the Clippers, they can't trade for him right now. That's not to say maybe in the summer they're going to have a stockpile of picks and they could figure it out. I don't know what's going to happen, but obviously with Jerry West there, anything can happen. And then you got the New York Knicks. So I would say out of all the destinations we're talking about, I do think the Lakers are the best fit. And I say that because LeBron's already there. The franchise has kind of cleared cap space to put themselves in a position where they can sign other players. The franchise and the brand is big. And he's part of Clutch Sports, and I think he wants to be here, with his agent Rich Paul. So out of all those destinations out there, I think the Lakers make the most sense. Now, from a pure basketball perspective, if AD found a way to be on Milwaukee and it's AD and Giannis for the next 5 years together, that's a pretty damn good lineup as well.
You're 100% right. Now, if the trade did go down, okay, and if you got rid of Ingram, Kuzma, or Lonzo, who do you think the Lakers would have most regret trading away, or who do you think has the best ceiling or highest ceiling or best career out of those three?
So unfortunately, I think there's too many layers to this, and this is not how it should be, but this is how it is. I had this conversation over the last couple of weeks with a lot of Laker fans on the show, and I would make the argument that I just love Lonzo Ball's style of basketball. I think the way he plays instinctively, how he is on offense and how he is on defense, because he's a great defender as well, that, with that lineup that the Lakers would have, a guy like AD, a guy like LeBron James, I'd love to keep Lonzo. Lonzo's not a guy that needs the ball. He plays really, really well, just being more of a distributor, and obviously plays defense, will rebound the ball. So I like Lonzo, but just listening to the last couple of days of LeVar Ball, opening his mouth again, and Some people might say, well, it's not a big deal, it's just his dad. No, it's a big deal. When you criticize the coaching staff and when you criticize the front office or you criticize just in general the organization, it's a bad look. And I think Lonzo's days are numbered in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, it doesn't have everything to do with Lonzo because Lonzo most definitely doesn't represent the thoughts that his dad, his dad puts out.
It's funny when LeVar talks, people listen. And as outrageous as he sounds sometimes, I think you're right on the head on that. I think it does mean something. You talked about the coach. This is the last one we'll give you. Let's fast forward to a year from now. Okay, next year, February. Is Luke Walton the coach of the LA Lakers?
So I think the entire coaching staff, as will the players, will be reevaluated this summer. I've always said that I think Luke will, he'll coach this year. This year is going to happen.
Yeah.
A lot can change this summer, and I think the one thing that's going to hurt Coach Luke Walton, as much as we talk about the younger players, just kind of they don't have the experience to match up to where LeBron needs them to be because of merely LeBron's age. It could be the case for the coaching staff as well, and it could be the case for Coach Luke Walton. He's in his third season. Brandon Ingram's in his third season. I just use that as a parallel because, he hasn't gone through these deep playoff runs as a head coach. He hasn't gone through a lot of the ups and downs. He has, but not to the extent of maybe coaches that have a lot more experience in the league do. So at this point, I think my confidence level of Luke being the coach of the Lakers a year from now is probably at its lowest. And I think it's a little unfortunate because he's most definitely been the scapegoat of anything. If the Lakers win by 20, he had nothing to do with it. If they lose by 20, It's completely his fault. So he's in a tough spot, but that's pretty much where the franchise is right now. There is nobody a part of the organization that's safe with their position other than LeBron.
Yeah, and we talk about scapegoats and stuff like that with LeBron, and it seems like it's not only just players, because it used to be, Chris Bosh in Miami was a scapegoat, Kevin Love, and now it's Luke Walton, and that's LeBron James is great. Okay, don't get me wrong, I'd take him on the Timberwolves in a heartbeat, obviously, but there is drama to come with the best player in the league. Great job, Alan, as always. Really appreciate you giving me the time today.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.